Hey, it's Adam Zdroik. I'm here to talk Friday's showdown between Aston Villa and Leeds United. We are at halftime of Chelsea and Fulham, and no surprises in that one. This one, the slate just came out, so I'm using the FanDuel cheat sheet. The DraftKings one will be on the site shortly, some point tonight. But yeah, rotowire.com/soccer trial. Free 2-day trial. You can get cheat sheets and everything else. Rotowire.com/chat. Get into the Discord. So we got the odds here. Aston Villa are almost 50% chance to win, which seems kind of hefty here, given how they've looked. Leeds are at 24%, and then you got a clean sheet for Villa, 30%, 16% for Leeds, and then implied goals between the two sides, it's almost at 3. So, according to the odds, they're suggesting goals. And that's mostly built off, these back lines that haven't looked all that well. Unai Emery is still trying to figure some things out with his team. And their last match. So this is a rebound match. They lost late against Stevenage in the FA Cup over the weekend. So that's kind of a tough one. Before that, they were outplayed at home against Wolverhampton, but still managed a 1-1 match in that. And then Leeds have been Leeds. They haven't had I don't even know when their last win was, but I guess their last away match in league play was a scoreless draw against Newcastle, where they put up a fight, they held strong, they didn't allow a goal, and that was pretty much what their goal was going into that one. I'm not sure it's going to be the same strategy here. I think Leeds feel like they can get 3 points out of this match, though. You look at the prior match when these teams played. This was back October 2nd, so some time some time ago, and in that one, Sinistera, I believe, was sent off in the 48th minute. So you got half the match, Villa up a man, and they still cannot score. So that kind of shows a lot there. But for these lineups, not sure there's too many changes. We could see expecting Jacob Ramsey back into the starting 11 for Villa. John McGinn is out. Matty Cash is a doubt. Just picked up a knock. Seems like we're going to see Bailey and Watkins again. Danny Ings could be in there. As for Leeds, Bamford will be in the squad. Doubt he's going to start. Somerville is out, so we could see Jack Harrison back into the starting 11. Sinister is still out. I'm not sure who else would start, but that's pretty much it. Seems like Harrison will get the start here. I want to say he started at Cardiff over the weekend. So these lineups, this isn't like the Chelsea match today where we had no idea what they're going to do. They ended up going 3-4-3 with Joao Felix off of one training session with Chelsea getting the start. So it doesn't seem like we're going to get those questions with this one. So we look at the pricing here, and why the heck is Danny Ings at whatever he is, 2K more, almost 2K more than Ali Watkins? For cash games, I think it's pretty straightforward, should I say? I think it's pretty straightforward for cash. You can it's just do whatever you want to do. You don't really have to worry about money at all because you look at the two most expensive players, Somerville, Danny Ings. Somerville's out. Danny Ings hasn't been starting. I guess maybe Danny Ings starts, and that incorporates some other questions. But assuming Ings doesn't start, we pretty much all these guys are fairly cheap, so you can kind of do whatever you want. I'd say the top two captain options in cash. I guess we could talk about set pieces and whatnot here. Villa set pieces are a mystery. Lead set pieces are a mystery, so nothing is really guaranteed. This isn't like Andres Pereira for Fulham, when we know he's going to take the majority of sets for Fulham, no matter what. For Leeds, we're looking at Roca, Harrison, maybe Aronson will take one. For Villa, we're looking at Luis, Bailey. I don't think Buendia's been taking any. Digne. So basically three options. I mean, I guess Buendia took one last game. Maybe four options for Villa. It's just a hard situation that there's not really a reason why one guy is a must more than the other. I'd actually just say there's no reason to captain Douglas Luiz at his outlandish price because, I mean, as you can see it from the numbers, he has what? He has one set piece in the last three matches. There's just no reason to captain him on this slate. His price has gone up for some reason a ridiculous amount. I know a lot of that. He had a goal, assist in three straight matches, and I guess that's why his price went up. But still, it's not like his floor has been an overwhelming amount. And then you look at Leeds, again, same kind of situation. Greenwood, Greenwood took as many as anyone last match. I guess Harrison also took as many as anyone last match. Both came off the bench. So like, what are we trying to go with here? The one worry I would say, so Lucas Digne, left back. I guess as we look into this, so Augustinson, he'll be out. Augustinson will probably be out of Aston Villa. Unai Emery has already talked about this. So the thing is, they just signed Alex Moreno from Real Betis in Spain, and he's an attack-minded left back who will be taking will be coming off the bench, will be taking starts from Luca Digne. So if he's in the squad, Emery mentioned it. There's a chance that Moreno's going to be available. Like, if Moreno's in the squad, I would not captain Digne because you could be looking at 60, 70 minutes again. That's what Digne did against Wolves, 67 minutes. He's done it previously where he's not going 90. Maybe he has the set pieces, possible set pieces, but maybe he also goes off at 60 minutes because Unai Emery signed a Spanish left back who is more attack minded. So something to keep an eye on there. Also, I guess you could say the same thing about Ashley Young. He's pretty much going off every match. But if Matty Cash is not in the lineup, I think Ashley Young's a little safer than I originally thought. So if Matty Cash is out, the other right back for Villa, it seems more likely that Ashley Young would get a full 90. So something to keep an eye on there. All right, so captains, I'd probably be looking at. Again, I forgot exactly what I said about Digne, but I'd still say Digne is in play for captain. But Jack Harrison here, if he starts, his captain price is only 8,400. Honestly, I don't really care if he's only getting 60 minutes in this spot, because that's kind of what he's been doing. But I mean, he's cheap, split set pieces. That's kind of good enough for me because no one in this game, the guys that you want to captain, none of them are guaranteed to go 90. Maybe, I guess, outside of Douglas Luiz, if you want to take that captain route, I guess that's fine. Leon Bailey, 12.6 captain. Yeah, so I mean, I'd be looking at Harrison. He just allows you to pretty much do whatever you want. So with Harrison, you just pretty much just fill in the other possible set piece takers. Maybe outside of Mark Roca, but I guess you could still play Mark Roca. You look at his floor; it's whatever. He's also a sub risk, so Watkins, you want to play him in cash games? Maybe if you have the money. You look at what he did in the last game. He had 0 points in 66 minutes against Wolves. Definitely worrying, but with Harrison, you're probably just going Douglas Luiz, Luca Digne, maybe Aronson, maybe Ailing if you're looking at fullbacks, maybe Ashley Young. It's not too complicated. I'm not sure Watkins, Rodrigo, either one of those guys are musts here in cash games. Leon Bailey would probably be my pick over Watkins, just a tad. It seems like both those guys are sub risks at this point. And then you also throw in the fact with Bailey is maybe on some set pieces. So as you can see, if you put together a lineup like that, you got plenty of room to do whatever you want. So I guess technically that means you don't have to captain Jack Harrison. You can captain any of these Aston Villa guys. I guess you could. I'm going back on my word on a lot of this stuff, but I guess you can captain Douglas Luiz because uh, where else are you going to spend the money? It's really pick your poison. I guess because Villa are favored, you just go with one of those guys. I'm just changing my mind all around here. Let's just captain Leon Bailey instead. And then, I mean, you could still get Jack Harrison in this lineup pretty easy. Very easy in cash games. So there you go with that. But for tournaments, how do we think this game is going to go? Villa, home, favored. How do we think this match is going to go? I don't know. I don't know how this match is going to go. Neither one of these teams is playing great, and both kind of need points. I mean, I guess Villa are sitting 11th. I guess they don't need points, but I don't know. It feels like Villa are like battling relegation, but as I'm looking at the table, they're not. So it's not the same situation there for Leeds. They are what 2 points above the drop zone there. So I'm just not sure this Aston Villa team under Emery is still figuring some things out, which is what has me tentative here. I mean they got outplayed by Wolverhampton in their last home match. So Aston Villa went to Tottenham, I don't controlled that match, won that match rightly, and then they returned a few days later at home and were outplayed by Wolverhampton. I mean, we can look at. Let me pull up the numbers for that Wolverhampton match, which is the main reason I'm just worried here. And then they lose home against Stevenage. I mean, they let that game slip out of their hands. But I mean, that game against Wolves, I I mean, I guess they allowed the early goal, so they're pushing a lot. But I think it was the first half, first 60 minutes, they didn't really do anything. And then I don't know, made some few subs, turned it on. I just don't trust either of these teams. Is what it comes down to. Maybe maybe Leeds is building off that draw against Newcastle. Maybe Ailing in the squad is helping them out. Maybe Max Wober will get a start, and he'll be another piece there in the midfield. So sorry, not in the midfield at center back. So maybe that helps a little bit. Bamford coming off the bench as well. So I mean, this match could be scoreless again. Could be 2-1 to either side. I mean, sure, you could get clean sheets as well. This game just has anything can happen. So play it however you want. um, I mean, captain whoever you want. That's kind of what it comes down to. I mean, I mentioned Bailey as a captain for cash games, but why not just captain him in tournaments? And pretty much in this game, anyone is worthy of a captain. Maybe outside of like Adams or Roca, those guys just don't have the upside of even. I guess I'd exclude the Adams, Roca, Kamara from the captain conversation. If you want to captain a center back, go for it. But strike, maybe. In terms of the attacking options, so it seems like we're gonna get Buendia and one guy I haven't mentioned yet. Maybe I have mentioned him, but Jacob Ramsey seems like he'll be back. He played a few minutes, 20 plus minutes in the Cup match, so he was hurt for a little bit. And maybe some guy that's going to be going under the radar, and he's fairly cheap. So Jacob Ramsey, pretty much a boomer bust guy, perfect for captains for tournaments. Not going to be overly popular. So if you want a random goal, if this is a 2-1 result, maybe if it's only 1-0 or something like that for Villa, and I think Ramsey is a guy that could score. I mean, it feels almost like. I mean, it doesn't make sense that all these guys are likely to score for Villa. I mean, I know Watkins is the central forward, and he's probably more likely to score and on PKs. But I mean, just when you look at how they've played, Bailey, Watkins, Ramsey, Buendia, those guys, it seems like all of them have a good chance, have about equal chances to hit the back of the net. I mean, Watkins 3 goals, 4 assists in 16 starts this season. So I mean, does he really warrant all of the goal odds? I don't know. I mean, sure it includes PKs, but so I guess I mean when you look at it, it's not like Watkins will be that popular as well. I don't know who's gonna be the most popular captain now that I think about it. Uh, I don't know. This past slate, I said that Vinicius was going to be too obvious and thought he's going to be really popular. Guess what? He wasn't popular. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's so when we're trying to guess percentages like that, it sometimes it just doesn't matter, and sometimes you get it way off. And I was way off on Vinicius because Lewis Hall was down there, so they spent on him. But so I'm trying to project who's going to be least popular captain. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe just pick the guy that you like more, and this guy will be sub 10%, sub 5% captain. And don't even think about percentages because really any of these guys could be popular. Maybe Rodrigo. I don't know. Will he be the most popular captain? I like he's an away underdog here. I don't know. He seems most likely of any of the goal scorers to score here, except he's away. Maybe. So I don't know. There's not really a hands down guaranteed move here or a popular move that everyone will be glued to. So let's go to some captain of goalkeepers. Uh, I mean, why scoreless draws in play, 1-0 result for either side's in play. So we can do Meslier, we can do Martinez. Meslier, again, you can grab whatever you want. Like plug in Rodrigo in this, plug in, you don't even need Aronson. Like you can plug in Harrison or something. You can plug in Ignangtu. Maybe Ignangtu is not going to be the popular guy, but he scored last match. People look at the goal and maybe captain him because of that. I mean, he's cheap too. He's 5,200. All these Leeds guys are pretty cheap, so you can kind of do whatever you want. Again, I keep saying it, but do whatever you want. So Meslier, you can plug in the set piece takers for Villa. I don't know if Douglas Luiz is worth it, but you have the money, so let's just say Douglas Luiz. Let's just say Dina, and then Buendia. No, Leon Bailey. So we'll do that. And we still got 80. So you can still, again, this is play whoever you want. You can play Aronson. You can even put Martinez in this lineup. Uh, Whoever. So this is Meslier captain with Rodrigo. You get the unassisted Rodrigo goal. And then you're getting all the set pieces for Villa with Luis, Dina, and Bailey. And then do whatever you want in the final spot. Maybe get the assist with Aronson or Harrison or whoever. Maybe play for the scoreless draw and get Martinez and hope that Rodrigo has a couple shots on target or something like that. I mean, it's just because the two most expensive guys on the slate are incredibly more expensive than anyone else, and neither one of those guys are expected to start. So that just opens everything up. I don't even know why I did this show. There's nothing to talk about. You can play whoever you want. Okay, we'll do a Martinez captain here before I go. So Martinez captain, you get the Watkins goal here, and then plug in set pieces. Just keep saying the same thing here. I don't know if I want Roca in this situation. So we do have Bamford back, so maybe that takes away some Rodrigo chances of going 90. Maybe we just go Harrison and Aronson in this spot. So this is a Friday game. These teams played over the weekend in the FA Cup, so all of them should be in play for a 90. But again, none of them are guaranteed. But they should be in play, but they're not guaranteed. But yeah, Martinez, Watkins. You got the set piece takers, Harrison, Aronson. Throw whoever you want in there. Maybe get Bailey. So you got possible splits with Bailey, possible goal assist upside with Bailey as well. Then you got 8,000 to burn. Maybe just get Dina in there. Plug him in. Remaining salary, 0. What's up? Just gave you the winner. But yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want, and that's kind of all I got to say here. So this is Friday's match. We're going to have a lot of stuff here. So make sure, if you're interested in betting, make sure to check out our betting show, Kits and Wagers, also up on the YouTube channel. Me and Chris Owen just go over bets, go over 3 matches, give some bets in those. And that's available in podcast form. Of note, all these showdown shows, they're not available on the podcast. So as you're watching them, make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube. We will have the 4 game preview for Saturday's slate with Ryan Berlangi and Jordan Cooper. That'll be a Friday about midday. So check that out. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Good luck on the slate and good luck on whatever's going to happen in this. Oh, man, looks like we got a random Koulibaly goal. All right, that sucks. That sucks. That's stupid. That's stupid. All right, well, I'm done for today. Good luck on this Villa Leeds slate. Play whoever you want and win some money. All right, see you, everyone.